everyone! Well, we're here. We're back, and today we're doing another anti-MLM video, and for this video we are heading back on over to Reddit, filtering by top posts of this week, and seeing what craziness the HUNs have been up to. For the past, 2 weeks, there's been a lot of Elemere content over on the subreddit, which is the Listerine strip supposed to calm you down new MLM, and actually, on my last video, I had somebody comment saying that they thought that Elemere was just a meme, that it wasn't a real company. Unfortunately, it is a real company. They are really out here being real. It seems like something that wouldn't be, and I wish that it was just a meme. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you really like it, please subscribe. Make sure to check out my description below for all of my fun links. And with that short intro out of the way, let's get started. So apparently not realizing an old MLM still exists calls for an aggressive response? Yes, ma'am. Have you tried Mary Kay? I have not, honestly. Did not think Mary Kay was still a thing, lol. Oh, my full-time job bringing $1,000 a week while I work from the beach with a margarita in hand isn't a thing anymore? They could have just said, yeah, Mary Kay's still around. It's been around for quite some time. The fact that they got so offended, needed to talk about and defend how much money they make and where they make it, also makes me believe absolutely not a single word of what they said. Because if people are truly making $1,000 a week, they don't have to brag about it. And if they are trying to sell Mary Kay to this person, then I can only assume that this person was like, yeah, I definitely don't want to buy from her, because that came off so rude, so unnecessarily aggressive. Like, she just said, oh, I didn't know Mary Kay was still a thing. A lot of people don't know that it's still a thing, that it's still around. That and Avon and Amway, people have heard about it, but they are unaware that it's still around. There's still people signing up today for it. And they always have to boast about how they can work from anywhere. They can work when they're sitting on the beach with a margarita. How about you not work and you actually just enjoy your time being at the beach? You know, sometimes people view vacation and time away from work as a luxury, but working on vacation is something you have to do if you're in an MLM, and that doesn't sound like a vacation to me. Octavia, solving diabetes in a week. So excited for my client who is correcting his type 2 diabetes within the first week on program. All through Octavia's 4 components to optimal health. It is my honor to be his coach. Just got off the phone with my pharmacist. We have decreased my diabetes medications again to conform with my progress with Octavia. I would love to chat with you between 11:30 and 1 today if you are still free. Looking forward to your call. Okay. I don't believe that this is true. This is probably just a friend that they told to text this to make it look better, which is also a gross, absolute horrible way to get people interested in your business by making false health claims. But of course, it wouldn't be an MLM that cares so much about people if it didn't come with false health claims attached to it. And also, I don't know why, but this whole, between 11:30 and 1 today, if you're still free, that's a big range. I have an hour and a half today if you still would love to chat. I don't know, it just seemed fake, they maybe, texted themselves or something, which is definitely a possibility. I could absolutely see that. But, yeah, I don't believe this, and I just think that it's gross to use this kind of misleading stuff to promote your MLM that has food that is in boxes and packages. Not for me, not my thing. Let's see what the comments say. I'll bet you $50 I'd have to borrow that person. What? I'd have to borrow that person fake that in iMessages to themselves. I'll take a piece of that action if you'll lend me $50. I'll do it once. I get $10 from 5 of my friends. You could get it quicker if you get those 5 friends to get $10 from 5 of their friends. We're creating a little MLM pyramid scheme in the comments over here. I like it. A Monet hair hun giving out some horrible advice. Talking about how she took a huge leap, didn't pay her house payment so she could start this business, and now she's made more than $10 million in 7 years. Honored to be in this business with you, Tony. Why do they share this horrible advice because this person maybe got lucky again. Just because they've made $10 million doesn't mean they profited $10 million. They could have only profited $1 million out of 10 in 7 years, which is still good. It's something. But, if you've made $10 million but only profited $1 million in 7 years, yeah, it doesn't sound as great. But, yeah. And to say, like, oh, she didn't pay her house payment so she could start this business. That is terrible advice. That's like the other person. So, like, don't pay a phone bill or don't do this. You are not in control of other people's money. And to say this, it puts the idea in maybe some people's head that if I just, not pay this for a month or maybe 2 months and I just, get invested in this MLM, then it can work out for me. No, you could potentially be kicked out of your house. Your phone could be shut off. That phone that you kind of need, work from Wi-Fi, work from your phone. Yeah, you kind of need your phone or your internet bill in order to maybe potentially make this money. And these people are telling you to do the worst, the dumbest, the stupidest things. They'll also say like, oh, your partner doesn't want you to do this. We'll do it behind their back because you'll make so much money, it'll be fine. No, that could cause people to break up. That could cause a divorce. If you were to borrow money from your family for this and say, I promise I'll pay you back, but you keep maybe like asking for more. It's such horrible advice that only benefits the person who is asking you to do this stuff because it can, they get commission from you for signing up. It helps them rank up if you sign up. So while somebody is thriving over here, in the MLM, the person who is getting in could be ruining relationships, potentially be homeless, lose their phone, lose something. It's horrible advice. But I'm not surprised. But it's just like how people can do this and say this and think, yeah, that's a good thing to post. I'll never understand that. People who get in at the beginning and they convince all the people below that this is a great opportunity. The ones at the top are the ones who are thriving. The ones at the bottom, they don't thrive. You don't see someone who is at the top who got there from sales only. It's impossible. And that should be a red flag. I got my smell back. I lost my sense of smell when I had COVID last September and had gone almost a year without it. Crying face. This thing has helped with so many amazing things. This thing has helped with so many, wow, really insightful information. This thing has helped with things. Anyways, continuing. I kicked my caffeine addiction because of the clean energy it gives me. After 2 years of insomnia, I am finally getting deep sleep and waking up feeling refreshed. My confidence is through the roof. I feel pure bliss and my anxiety has felt non-existent. I'm not making any medical claims because everybody's body is different. But this is what it has done for me in the 12 days I have taken it. Alright, so she put a little yellow strip on her tongue, and in 12 days, her sense of smell is back, she sleeps through the night, she has no more anxiety, and she's not addicted to caffeine anymore. But she's not making any medical claims. I wonder if she didn't make money from people purchasing this product, or I guess signing up for the business because the product isn't even on the market yet. But I'm really curious if she would make all of these absurd, really far out there claims if she didn't make money from people signing up underneath her. But yet she's not making any medical claims. You kind of are. By stating all this stuff that in 12 days, in less than 2 weeks, all of this stuff, you're magically cured. It could be in her head. It could be just placebo effect, which I am absolutely going to say is probably the truth, because I just can't see this strip that it does all this stuff. I can't. I gotta see what the comments say. I lost my taste and smell 15 months ago, and every doctor I've seen says they have no idea what I can do. Sis should go to medical school and patent that. No. I mean, I guess her thing is you put a little yellow strip from a pyramid scheme on your tongue. Boom. Everything is magically fixed. Alright, looks like we have another health claim from lovely Elemere here. I like how I say Elemere like it's a person, but it's a scammy business. I woke up this morning with a tight, nagging ache in my upper back. Standing hurt, sitting hurt, it sucked. I guess maybe I slept wrong. So I took some Motrin and then grabbed my morning strip. Within about 5 or 6 minutes, certainly well before the pills kicked in, I noticed my back didn't ache anymore. At all. I stood up, stretched, sat back down, wiggled around a bit, LOL. I kept trying to feel that ache again, but it was gone. It's been about an hour and I still feel great. Love my little yellow strips. You know, I would maybe give it to, I mean, I'd never give it to her, but I would like maybe like potentially believe it if I was like wanting to be a customer or a client or, you know, pay into this scam. If she didn't say she took Motrin. You took Motrin and then you took the strip. I'm going to say that the proven to work medicine of Motrin to help with pain is probably the thing that helped your back, not the strip. You know, if you really want people to believe that this yellow strip is as magical and wonderful as all these HUNs are claiming it to be, then don't admit that you also took Motrin, which has proven to definitely work when it comes to helping you with pain. Because one thing somebody can only get if they sign up as a distributor. The other thing, somebody could just go to the grocery store and get themselves. And it's going to be much cheaper. See what the comments say on this one. I've made this reference about Norwex before, but the HUNs keep giving me excuses to bring it back. Thinking quickly, Dave constructs a homemade megaphone using only some string, a squirrel, and a megaphone. I love that. Anyone want to trade some yard work for pure romance products? OP says, no, I don't think so. I would agree. That's also just kind of sad. How about you just pay somebody for the work that they would do on your yard? How about you pay people in, I almost said in products. No, in money, not products. Because that's what she's trying to do. She's trying to pay people in pure romance products that she probably just can't sell, she doesn't want. So she's getting rid of old inventory in exchange for something that she needs. So she no longer wants something and she is now trying to off-put it onto somebody else in exchange for something that she needs. You know what could also work instead of pure romance? A job, so then you can pay somebody properly to do a job on your yard. Weird. Weird concept. Very strange concept. Comments say, anyone willing to mow my lawn for a couple dildos? A couple dildos? Someone hasn't seen the exorbitant prices on pure romance lightsabers. Half a dildo the first time you mow, the other half the second time. The third time gets you pure romance brand batteries, and if you weed whack an edge, you might get some sample lube packs. They're strawberry flavored and they taste just awful. My upline says the burning sensations the lube causes are normal, and the company never admitted culpability in the related court case. Oh, heck yes. Oh, the comments never disappoint. Here's a little insight from someone who used to sell It Works when it first came out years ago, and now I am anti-MLM. Please don't judge me, LOL. I just wanted to share my experience and give insight on what I saw being in one of these. I didn't realize back then that these are cults. I had my upline, who was a friend from high school, sign me on. I luckily only ordered one time from that awful company. Firstly, their products are garbage. The wraps dry up so quickly, and these are the new ones I had ordered. On top of that, the amount you had to sell just to earn commission was ridiculous. And of course, your upline earns more from it than you do. It is true that you earn less from selling products opposed to recruiting and earning off of their sales. They would host live training videos and group meetings. The only thing you'd learn is how to annoy people on social media. This is where the emoticon language began. They actually told us the more emoticons you add to the post, the more catchy it is. Uplines would spew nonsense about their success, and these were the diamond leaders who were the top 1%. These women claimed to be a sisterhood, and in order to stay active in their Facebook group, you had to engage constantly and make a certain amount of sales. Finally, the worst part was the brainwashing. All HUNs are the same, and I'll tell you why. These Facebook groups would make posts for everyone to copy and paste in order to catch attention or sell products. If you find the same posts everywhere, that's why. They'd constantly ask how much you sold or how many prospects you have lined up. The best part of the lie was they'd post promotions before their downlines even qualified. For example, someone who was Emerald but was now Ruby after X amount of sales that they didn't even make yet. Oh, and did I mention most of these uplines would transfer people to their downlines team or buy products from their own downlines just to up their own commission and sales so they could achieve higher ranks? If this doesn't say MLM, I don't know what does. Stay away from all of these scams and keep on explaining to these victims who may not understand what has happened to them. TLDR. It Works has Facebook groups that you copy and paste from, so everything you post is the same. They criticize your sales and prospects. They ignore those who aren't doing well in the company. If the upline don't make enough sales, they falsely move team members to their own downlines to make it look like they recruited more people so they can max out their commission and volumes. Uplines also buy products from downlines to get a higher rank, such as Diamond. Wow, this is truly an insight and something that I think we all kind of knew, but it is one thing to hear it from someone who's in these Facebook groups, who was a part of this world and sees these things going on. I guess I never thought about the fact that they would purchase from their downlines in order for their downline to hit maybe a certain rank or hit a certain sales quota in order for the upline to also hit their rank. But it's like you may be hitting rank and you may be getting more money, but when you're spending more money than you're making, like, you're just putting more money into the business. You're not putting more money into yourself. It's just you're making the business richer. You're not making yourself richer by doing that. Titles don't mean anything if you're not making any money. And as we know, like, a lot of people in MLMs have to be super high up in the company to really make any money. And they may have the title of Diamond. You know, we all love whatever gem they want to call themselves today, or floofy lala doo-doo that they call themselves. But if you're not making money, none of that matters. It doesn't matter what your rank is if you have to be constantly trying so hard to scrape by just to get to that rank. If you're not making profit, then what is the point of all this? What is the point of it all? To hopefully one day maybe make profit? You're putting yourself in debt for years to hopefully maybe make profit? It doesn't make sense. I'm just glad that this person got out. That's always a big thing, and I'm glad that they're sharing this. I think it's important, and I'm sure HUNs and It Works will say, like, well, we don't do that in our group. It doesn't matter. It's the fact that people are doing it in groups. And I guarantee your group probably is doing it. You just don't want to admit it, or maybe you don't see it. I don't know. But, you know, we know about the copy and paste messages for sure. That is a common one that we have seen, especially being a part of this subreddit. We see so many copy and paste messages. And we know about the emojis that they just love to use. And it's just sad that they only care about people who rank up or who make sales. It's like, this is, like they said, it's supposed to be a sisterhood, but they only care about you if you are buying product, finding recruits, I guess selling product as well. And that's weird, though, that they would announce that somebody ranked up when they didn't rank up. And that's something that I guess I never thought about, and maybe it's a way to encourage people to rank up and encourage other people to rank up. I don't know. I don't know kind of what the purpose of that is, but I guess maybe it looks good that you have people promoting in your group, even if they're not, because I guess it gives people the idea that, like, oh, I'm in a group of people who are promoting, and maybe I can follow them and do what they did. But it's like, if they're not actually being promoted, what is the point? But again, it doesn't matter if you're Ruby, Emerald, or Diamond. If you're not making money, none of it matters. I gotta see what the comments say on this one. I did an It Works review, and they are very culty. By their own numbers, 99% lose money in their HUN opportunity. Great review. I read the whole thing and agree 100%. Oh, the finance guy. I get a lot of information, find out a lot of stuff from the finance guy. He does a lot of stuff on MLMs. He has a very interesting website with so much information. He's awesome, and he does a lot of work, and he proves that all MLMs are cults and they don't make money. Like I said, doesn't matter what rank you want to be, what, you know, color or gym or what are the other ones? Whatever they want to call themselves. It doesn't matter. If you're not making money, it doesn't matter what you are. You can be the president and CEO of your company, but if you're not making money, it literally doesn't matter what you call yourself. Alright, we have reached the end of the video, and we all know what that means. It is meme time. It says, threw my back out this morning, seriously considering giving this a try. And it's a post-it note. I wonder if they're making fun of Elemere. I couldn't imagine why. By the way, there was other ones of people making fun of Elemere, and it was somebody who just like highlighted like with a highlighter. They just drew a square and colored it in with a highlighter, and they're like, there you go. And that's kind of what it seems like, is that you could make anything and claim it does something, and I guess if enough people believe it, then that's kind of how MLMs start. I mean, you say, this is the newest, greatest thing ever. You get enough people to believe it, and they believe it. I just don't understand why so many people just hear about this little strip and with no proof or anything just sign up for a business and not see that it's clearly a pyramid scheme. Like, they're all excited because they're making so much money in this business. People are ranking up like crazy, but yet it's not open to customers. That means that all the money is within the triangle, not outside the triangle. So that means it's a pyramid scheme. I don't understand why people are just, it has to be, it's like a placebo. It has to be. There's no way it actually does any of this stuff, and people just say that it does, and then if you make enough people believe hard enough, then it'll work. I don't know, putting a yellow strip on your tongue, it just gives me like Listerine days or drugs, you know, like LSD, like maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's acid that they're taking. So for a little while, they truly don't feel anything. They feel this like crazy, like seeing stuff, and they have to tell people about it because they went on this life-changing journey, but it's just drugs. Oh my god, that's all Elemere is. It's just drugs. Alright, you guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you really, really like it, please subscribe. Let's talk anything and everything anti-MLM in the comments below, and until my next video, I will see you guys then. Bye!